Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Virtual Comedy Show. I'm Steve Goodie, and our co-host Brad is on a boat with the Wi-Fi of a dinghy. So he's phoned in his parts. Here's the first thing that Brad sent me on video.
It's January 27th. Omicron is raging, but there's a silver lining. No, it's not good news. Lining your nasal cavity with silver is the new COVID treatment for the Joe Rogan set. Let's start the show.
In a cabin going crazy cause a flu that's worse than swine swept the planet, so damn it, here we are in quarantine.
Hello, and welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. Here are some etiquette guidelines for Virtual Comedy Show. Please arrive 15 minutes early. Please be quiet, except for laughing. We've been a Zoom meeting civilization for more than a year. Come on, you know the drill. Just be polite. We would like to see your face as part of the audience. Let's be social, not just distant. So get comfortable, plan to laugh, but not heckle, and let's make our semi-quarantined world a bit more normal for a little while. Thanks, and enjoy the Virtual Comedy Show.
Hey everyone! It's time for the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Brad Tassell and Steve Goodie. Tonight, Brad and Steve welcome their very special guest,
Jeff Bodart,
live from their respective vaccinated homes. And now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
who I'm going to bring on as soon as this music cue ends. Here comes Brad.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Virtual Comedy Show. I'm Brad Tassell, and this is the news with jokes. Are you enjoying the mustache? Well, are you ready, folks, for the first joke? Let's go through them quick. Well, it was just about a week ago that I joked about the future COVID cures, wackadoodles, and anti-vax twerps are going to try. And I joked about a poop portrait. Remember that? Well, call me Kreskin. In India, people are covering their entire bodies with cow dung and urine to ward off Omicron. In an interview, a cow went... They would find out why people are doing this, but no one wants to get close enough to be interviewed. No. Looks like I guess it's working then, isn't it? Ooh, there you go. All right. Next joke up. Here we go. Hold on, folks. It's going to be weird how I take these off. All right. Next up. A North Carolina veteran won $4 million in the lottery using the numbers from a fortune cookie. He was shocked when he showed his wife of 40 years the numbers. The other side of the paper said, "You will marry a 21-year-old waitress from the Asian bistro." Okay. All right, up next. The Super Bowl halftime show is taking a lot of heat over the fact that they do not pay their dancers who do more than 72 hours of rehearsal. Jay-Z's Rock Nation announced that the 115 dancers on the stage will be paid, but they try and get hundreds of others on the world to work for free as amateurs. Amateur dancers, even though they are still professionals, and must do endless rehearsal and sign NDAs. The Super Bowl says that the dancers are paid in exposure. Paid in exposure as more than 1 billion people see the program. Super Bowl exposure isn't what it's cracked up to be, said Janet Jackson. Yep, that's what I said. Okay. I'm saying these weird. I'm trying to read them funny, and I'm saying them weird. Is everybody else okay today? Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Hey. A San Francisco Bible study was porn bombed over Zoom earlier this month. Porn bombing is the new troll tactic used to harass meetings on Zoom, where a troll enters the meeting and shows graphic images and body parts to the group. The group of mostly senior citizens were horrified. 81-year-old Bill Roberts said, "No one saw this coming. The women were stunned, and my Viagra was 2 rooms away." All All right, then. Next up, Meatloaf. Looking good there. Singer Meatloaf has died from COVID. He was rabidly anti-vax, and we never found out what he wouldn't do for love. Apparently, being on a ventilator, that he did do. Hard to laugh about, though. All right. Pretty quick, that one. I taped these up here a little hard. All right. Are we doing okay? How is everybody? How are we doing with the mustache? Is everything good? I thought it was fun and kind of a 70s thing. Oh, next up, Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin, pictured here showing you why she divorced her husband, Todd. Sarah Palin's defamation trial against the New York Times has been postponed because the ex-governor tested positive for COVID. Experts believe Palin has a case if the New York Times defamed her by saying she's sane or cogent. Did you understand that? I said it funny. Palin has been vocal about her resistance to get vaccinated, saying, "It will be over my dead body that I have to get a shot." In an interview, "Can we trade her for Meatloaf?" said everyone everywhere. He's a nut, but a talented one. I'll take him over this. Every time. Next up, President Biden, seen here, saying, "Whoa." President Biden's mic was left open, and he called Peter Doocy from Fox News a stupid SOB under his breath, which for Biden is miraculous, as his normal words sound like someone is squeezing a bellows through a mummy. Who disturbs my rest? Conservatives are appalled and said with no irony whatsoever that the president should resign for such disrespect for the media and his attack on the free press.
Oh my God.
No irony. GOP pundits then begged Trump to wave his hands like he did at that disabled reporter because it's so hilarious. That's what Trump did, among 50 other things. All right. Next up, hey, we're zipping along this way, aren't we? Are we doing good? I think everything's going peachy. Hey, next up, here's what's coming. You see? There's a motley group. Liberal Justice Stephen Breyer will retire from the Supreme Court at age 83. Pundits have been asking the justice to retire ever since Biden took office, just to see what crazy rationalization Mitch McConnell will come up with to try and block a Democratic nominee. What will Mitch come up with this time? Now, even though he isn't the majority leader and Biden has 3 years left in office, well, I have them. I have right here the top 3 reasons Mitch will say the Senate shouldn't vote on a new Supreme Court justice. The first, the nation still isn't over the endless nightmare of less slutty M&M characters. The second reason Mitch McConnell will come up with, Republicans want their choice put on the short list, but Jared from Subway isn't out of prison yet. That's the second reason. The third and final reason Mitch McConnell will give to stop Joe Biden's Supreme Court justice nomination, Joe's going to choose a black woman, and Mitch wants an American. Because he said, black people aren't Americans. Wise move. All right. All right. Hey, only 17 more pages to go. Tape really tapes really too much. I wish it would hold less. 3 more, and then we're done. The next one, here's a fun one. A TV weatherman raised a stink when he stopped his forecast to pass gas. Viewers said the Louisville meteorologist, Mark Weinberg, even paused, released his low-pressure system, and then completed the broadcast while a new air mass crossed over the anchor desk. One viewer commented, he even seemed to walk a little lighter after the cloud disappeared. When asked about the incident, Weinberg said, Everyone feels better when their atmospheric pressure drops.
Oh,
Did y'all
that's
leave?
bad.
I can't hear you. Okay. All right, 2 more. We know what's coming when we see this. Who's that guy? He looks young. Droopy dog. I stole this from USA Today. I hope they don't sue me. Neil Young has told Spotify to stop playing his music if they don't cut Joe Rogan and other podcasts that spread lies about COVID and the vaccine from the platform. Spotify's response to Mr. Young will come from Leonard Skinnerd. By the way, they did just say that they're going to keep Joe Rogan and lose him. So, hey, we know who makes the money now. And last but not least, here he is. Well, that's a terrible picture. I apologize. That's Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton said he will not play any venue that mandates vaccines and has canceled all of his tour dates. Fans have asked the artist to change his nickname from Slowhand to Brain Dead. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Brad Tassell. This is the mustache. No, it's not real. I can't make it move. Oh, you can make it fly, though. Look at that, it's flying. And this is the Virtual Comedy Show. Take over, Steve.
That's Brad Tassell, everybody. Yay! You know, nobody phones it in as good as our friend Brad Tassell. That was fantastic. He's on a boat somewhere. And I'm always very sad when we don't have him for real. I bring in my own sidekick. This is Bob. You've all met Bob, I think. Bob is an awesome, because whenever you ask him, he says yes. He's very positive, and I appreciate that. And it is now time for the top 10 list, after which we're going to be going to our friend Randy Brooks. Oh my God, it's Randy Brooks is coming up after the top 10 list. As many of you know, we've been doing a top 10 list here every week for 91 weeks, and here's how we start that thing off right now. That's right. As an homage to Letterman and the old show back in the day, we do a top 10 list. And tonight's category is very exciting. It is top 10 New Year's resolutions that immediately bit the dust. Almost the end of January, and I'm pretty sure everybody's resolutions, if you even made any, are completely forgotten. So these are the top 10 New Year's resolutions that immediately bit the dust. Are you ready, Bob? Bob appears to be ready. So here we go. Number 10. Stop swearing so much. Gotta stop. Gotta stop. Especially when your dad tunes into these things. Number 9. Become a ukulele virtuoso. Thank you very much. Number 8. Concede that gosh darn election. Might not have been up to me, but I think it's a better chance of me doing it. All right. Number 7. Stop surrounding myself with yes men. Isn't that right, Bob?
Yep.
Yep. Number 6. Whoa. Hold on. Number 6. Convince the world that 2 chords make a virtuoso. Number 5. Explain science to 40% of this stupid country.
Blind them with it.
Number 4. Explain treason to 40% of this stupid country.
Save 40%.
Easier to explain
I
science.
know, these are the top 10 New Year's resolutions that immediately bit the dust. Number 3. Explain how to avoid prison to 100% of the Trump family. Number 2. Get Bob here to stop trying to be Tucker Carlson's image of the ideal Eminem. That right there. Thank you. Arts and crafts this week. And the number one New Year's resolution that immediately bit the dust. Make my head stop exploding. Wasn't that fun? I'm back. My head's fine. It's all special effects. It's all lights and
Thanks. Good job, Steve.
Thank you very, very much. Ah, man, I put a lot of extra effort in this week, and it's completely worth it. Okay. It is time now Oh, let's bring him in, and then we'll do the opening thing for him. This is our friend Randy Brooks. Hello, Randy.
Hi, Steve. Hello, everybody.
So glad to have you here. Let's do the little thing, and then we'll bring you up.
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest, It's time for our musical guest.
And that guest is Randy Brooks. Hello, Randy.
Oh, I've never had such a wondrous introduction.
It's wondrous that you come to this rinky-dink thing we do, but we're very grateful. And oh wait, hold on. Let's put this over here. The deal is, as you know, and as our pretty much our whole audience knows, you're going to sing a song for us, and then without knowing what you were about to sing, I have to come up with a song that somehow relates to it and sing that, and then you get to do whatever you want as your second song. So I'm going to remove myself from this spotlight thing, and it is all you, Randy Brooks.
Thank you.
Hey.
This is a song it never had crossed my mind to sing tonight, but it just did, and you'll see why. It's kind of a sea chanty. Sometimes I believe you don't love me no more when you treat me the way that you do. You don't never sweep up our mobile home floor, and you won't even fetch me a brew. When you was first hitched, you was one sexy bitch. When did you turn into a shrew? I'd rather be sailing with Governor Palin than fighting all day with you. I'd rather be sailing with Governor Palin than fighting all day with you. I'd have me no cares, she'd protect me from bears while she served as my one-woman crew. With her photoshopped body, she looks like a hottie. She's nice, but she's naughty too. I'd rather be sailing with Governor Palin than fighting all day with you. You come in all sweaty from mowing the lawn, and you won't even fix me my lunch. And if I dare tell you I'm thirsty as hell, well, you'll give me a Hawaiian punch. Don't you recall when we started it all, how you loved me with all of your heart? Now I ask for a quickie, you call me a sickie. Oh, when did we drift apart? I'd rather be sailing with Governor Palin than fighting all day with you. I'd have me no cares, she'd protect me from bears while she served as my one-woman crew. With her photoshopped body, she looks like a hottie. She's nice, but she's naughty too. I'd rather be sailing with Governor Palin than fighting all day with you. Night while you're snoring, I lie there awake, and my mind has a mind of its own. I dream about stealing a boat off the lake and sailing to islands unknown. And if I could vote on who I would elect to join me in nautical bliss, you can have your Obama, I'd holler, oh mama, Alaska, to give me a kiss. I'd rather be sailing with Governor Palin than fighting all day with you. I'd have me no cares, she'd protect me from bears while she served as my one-woman crew. With her photoshopped body, she looks like a hottie. She's nice, but she's naughty too. I'd rather be sailing with Governor Palin than fighting all day with you. I'd rather be sailing with Governor Palin than fighting all day with you.
Randy Brooks! Bringing back the sea shanty. Man, I had no idea you wrote songs of that sort. That's fantastic. And it's a bit of a quandary for me because I have two songs, one about the subject matter and one that's the style of that song, but I can't do both at once. So what do you think, Bob? Should I do the sea shanty? All right, that's what we're going to do. When I was a young man, I set out to sea, a swashbuckling pirate I aspired to be. I was bold, I was eager, I was stalwart and stout. But we no sooner put out from port than I threw my back out. Two things I should have said. For one reason, this is the world's only hypochondriac pirate song, and for some reason when I sing it, I sound like Jerry Lewis. Okay. Oh, the first day he offered assistance to me, though no chiropractor he turned out to be. On that ship I could find no relief for my back, 'cause it turned out nobody the Advil remembered to pack. Everybody singing yo-ho. Very nice. Maybe I was mistaken. This is a voyage I shouldn't have taken. Apparently, a life on the sea is no place for someone as chronically fragile as me. On the second day out, my misfortune did grow, 'cause I suffered from nausea and vertigo. I sustained several bruises. I lost a gold crown, and the victuals and grog that they served just refused to stay down. Oh, I suffered all manner of infirmity, from migraines to hemorrhoids to ADHD. I was bloated and moody. My skin was a mess. If I didn't know better, I'd swear that I had PMS. Yo-ho. Hold on, I gotta skip down the lyrics. I've done this a long while. Singing yo-ho, a professional sailor would sooner be keel-hauled than use an inhaler. Apparently, a life on the sea is no place for someone who's quite as chronically, totally, hopelessly, chronically fragile as me. I could not pillage along with, I'm trying to take the word rape out of this. I could not rape along with the crew. So the captain, he gave me some filing to do. I can't remember how this goes, but it did not take long before I did succumb to a really bad case of eel carpal tunnel syndrome. By the end of the week, all me mateys could tell my career as a pirate wasn't going that well. Seems the crew took a vote when I wasn't around and decided nobody would miss me too much if I drowned. Thanks, fellas. Singing yo-ho, 200 demerits if the captain finds out I'm allergic to parrots. Apparently, a life on the sea is no place for someone who's quite as pathetically latent, obsessive, compulsively, erotically, totally, hopelessly, chronically fragile as me. I escaped just in time, I am pleased to report, though my plank-walking fate I did barely, bless you, aboard. I washed out as a pirate upon the high sea. Apparently the asthma has cleared up. So now I can find all my pirating to MP3. Singing yo-ho, I got such a flogging when Taylor Swift I was caught cataloging. Apparently a life on the sea is no place for someone who's quite as consistently, brutally, desperately, clinically, utterly, truly, pathetically, latent, obsessive, compulsive, neurotically, totally, hopelessly, chronically fragile as me. I need a nap. Bob and I are going to have a nap. Randy, take it away with another song, please.
Well, now I'm too tired.
I know how you feel.
My senior year at Vanderbilt, I switched from trying to write country songs, which I was pitiful at, and started to write novelty songs, which I thought were just going to amuse myself and my friends. Never dreamed that you might actually make some money at it. But this was one of the very first ones based on actual experience as a senior at Vanderbilt. At night we used to sit up there, 'twas certainly no sin. We'd always move if someone came to throw their garbage in. The garbage dumpster took my love away. I hope she'll be returned to me someday. She said I was her man and then fell back into the can. A love like hers should not be thrown away. A female can't just vanish into thin air. I'm absolutely sure that she's down in there. Whoa, whoa. Her parents answered sharply when I asked them what to do. We told her this would happen, going out with trash like you. The garbage dumpster took my love away. I hope she'll be returned to me someday. She said she'd marry me and then fell back in the debris. A love like hers should not be thrown away. There's nothing in the world I'd rather hear than some sign of life from down among the beer cans. Whoa, whoa. Dating can be dangerous like alcohol or hash can. I warn you, do your courting somewhere other than the ash can. The garbage dumpster took my love away. I hope she'll be returned to me someday. She made my heart go thump, but now she's destined for the dump. Perhaps we'll find her next collection day. Hey, hey. A love like hers should not be thrown away.
Yeah, Randy Brooks, everybody.
Nice job.
Thank you very much.
Way to
That
go,
was awesome.
Randy.
Man, so good to hear you sing songs that, yeah, I'm sure you get the request for the one song over and over and over, but you can do whatever you want. You do funny stuff that has nothing to do with people getting run over or stuff like that. I don't know if everybody's aware, but this guy wrote, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. And he was kind enough to let me and Brad do a parody of it that was written by our friend Pam Belford called Grandpa Got Run Over by a Hybrid, which can be found at stevegoodie.com, right there at the bottom, right there. See right there? Right there. Steve, get that there. And Randy, we can get your stuff somewhere too. I bet you it's randybrooksmusic.com. Am I right?
It might be.
It might be. Everybody go to Randy.
Steve, I wanted to tell you how fortunate it was that you contacted me when you did, because I happen to have a lot of spare time between January and November. So this worked out great.
I know what I'm doing. I'm not new to this. This ain't my first rodeo, pal. All right. Thank you very much, Randy. You're awesome. We hope to see you again
Yeah,
very
Randy,
soon. Stay
nice
well,
job.
sir.
Thank you, guys.
Career, nice job.
And now it's time for the headliner. Let's bring, where are you, Jeff? Oh man, things just keep moving around on me on this thing. There he is. Let's bring him in to add to the spotlight. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, just doing funny crap. What's going on with you?
Oh, now they're just over here doodling, watching the show.
Awesome.
You know, making a set list. So I am fully prepared.
All right, let's do your intro music, and then it's all you.
It's
Alrighty.
time for our big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Thursday. Yeah.
Jeff Bodart, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, thank you very much. Thank you. It is great to be here, and I have to say that because I live here. And it's really not that great. It's okay. It's all right. You know, I'm doing okay. I can't complain. I mean, I can always complain. But anyway, no, I know I'm a single guy, which is pretty obvious. I'm in my 40s now, which is pretty gross. They don't tell you. It gets gross as you get older. People don't tell you that, you know? See, what happened was I was 39 and then it hit 40 because that's how numbers work. But I was mildly happy at 39. And then at 40, I just ate it. I don't like it, you know? And now I'm 44, you know, and it sucks. I can't talk to women in their 20s. Now that's confirmed. That's been confirmed for a little bit. But a woman in her 20s, she doesn't care what I have to say. I mean, I don't care what she has to say either. I just want to look at her for a little bit, you know? But being single in your 40s, it's not fun. It's like, I don't know, it takes extra effort on dates now, and you're like, ugh, I gotta talk. Like, I don't want to communicate, you know? It's like, why can't we just decide on our first date that we like each other enough to watch TV in separate rooms for the rest of our lives. Just, you know, commit to that reality. It's inevitable. You just know she's in there watching something I don't want to watch, and that's fine. You know, just know you're going to pass each other in the hallway every now and then. Oh, I didn't know you're here. All right, you frightened me a little bit. There's a meatloaf in the oven, buffet style. Serve yourself. I'll be in later to peek on you. But things change. Things change. It's not fun. You're getting older. You know, even your body changes. Your digestion changes as you get older. You know, like I know I'm a big guy, but I can't eat some of my favorite foods anymore because it hurts. Like everything, like my stomach hurts, my chest hurts, everything's on fire now, head to toe, and I can't drink milk anymore to put the fire out. Because then I start messing my pants, you know. Everything. It all, you know, that's a hell of a thing to figure out in your 40s. You have a bowl of cereal one morning or afternoon. I don't know what time you get up, but you have a bowl of cereal. Then an hour later, oh, what is that? That was not a regular fart. That was not a regular. That was not a regular Raisin Bran fart. I don't like this at all. Talk about coming in hot. It was coming in and going out hot. I think that had some texture to it. I'm like, I gotta get a new rug now. Dag nabbit, I gotta get and some britches. But that's okay. I got some Kohl's cash left. I'll be all right. Got some Kohl's cash. And because you can pick up a new pair of britches and a rug at Kohl's. And I thought I was gassy before in my 20s, but I woke up as a 40-year-old and my blanket was on the ceiling fan. I didn't kick it up there. Some sort of propulsion had to get it up there, you know, and I'm a side sleeper. You know, I just banked it off the wall and got it up there. You know, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I can crack a window, like when a tornado comes, better crack a window, relieve the pressure in the room. I don't know. I'm no gastrometeorologist, but I told a buddy about it. He's like, why don't you sleep on your back? Well, then I'm levitating, you know, then I think my ass is haunted. I don't have time for that right now, you know. But like I said, I'm a single guy. I don't know, because I know you ladies think, how can I get that guy? Why don't you friggin' ask me? How about that? You know, I'll go ahead and solve the mystery for you. I will probably say yes. All right, you say anything. Hey, Jeff, yes. And shotgun. Let's go. You're driving. I don't know where you live, so or do I? That's creepy for no reason at the end there. But I've always had an odd dating life. Like my first date ever was odd. My first date ever was my junior prom, you know, and I mean prom, I mean juniors and seniors, but I was a junior in high school. And that was asking a girl out for the first time when you're 16, 17 years old anyway, is already stressful enough, you know, but asking her to the prom, that's like going to the Super Bowl without ever having played the game, ever. And I got her number from her. I didn't have to go look it up in the guidance counselor's office, but I got it directly from her. And I went home, as you do after school, and you know, we had dinner, and I went to my bedroom, and I got on the phone, I dialed, and it starts ringing. And as it's ringing, my mother gets on the extension in her bedroom, and she doesn't listen to see if anybody's on the phone. She just starts dialing, you know, and she, you know, and she hears it ringing, and she thinks it's her call. It's my call, you know. And before I can say anything, this girl's mom answers and goes, hello. And my mom goes, hello. And then this girl's mom goes, hello. And then again, my mom goes, hello. And I'm in my bedroom going, what do I do? You know, what do you do? There's nothing you can do. I didn't have the wherewithal to do anything, so I just hung up. And let them battle it out. And that's when I figured out my mom had some pretty good improv skills, because she's on the phone and I overheard her say, there must be a short in the system somewhere. She's just making crap up, and then obviously she gets off the phone and she goes to the top of the steps, because I'm in the basement where I'll be for the next 25 years at that point. But that doesn't mean anything. That's fine. And she goes, Jeff? We go, yeah. Were you on the phone? Obviously. Well, what were you doing? Well, I was using the phone, Mom. And she goes, no, really, what were you doing? I was trying to ask Angie Jones to the damn prom, Mom. She goes, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, as you should be. So I go, what you did, Mom? Your mom blocked me is what you did. But I did go to prom with that girl, and I didn't know this. I didn't know you were supposed to have another date waiting for you at the after prom, because that's what she did. And I was like, this feels rude. And she goes, hey Jeff, this is Bill. And I go, yeah, I know Bill. And she goes, I said, I had driver's ed with Bill. And she goes, well, he's going to take me to a party. And I'm like, well, buckle up, because Bill is a shitty driver. So I tell this story on Bob and Tom show. And the one day Angie Jones listens to the Bob and Tom show, she hears me tell this story. And then she immediately messages me on Facebook and says, oh, I just want to explain myself and tell you, first of all, I'm sorry, but and I'm like, listen, lady, you know what? You don't need to explain yourself. It's fine, And then at the very end of everything, she offers to be my diet coach. Way to kick a man when he's down, lady. That is all true. But yeah, I tell you this though before I finish. I'm trying to lose weight. I joined a gym about 9 months ago, and I've actually lost about $135. The hell of a gym. They have an amazing brochure. That's how they get you. I figured out I was gaining a little weight whenever I was sitting in a chair and I bent over to tie my shoe, couldn't breathe. That's a pretty good sign you're getting fatter, right? But I tried that. I tried that vegan diet. Ever do the vegan diet? Yeah, don't do that. You can't have any meat or dairy or sugar or salt or joy. Can't have any joy. I was eating salads 3 times a day, but I was shitting 7. I don't know how you put out more than you take in. That's a hell of a backlog. But I'll leave you this. I'm not very good with money, and I know that because I'm not getting paid for this. But I'm not very good with money. I won $30,000 on a scratch-off ticket in 2016, and I'm so bad with money. I'm like, what did I do with all my money? I bought a bunch of shoes, and it's all a blur after that. I did buy a house. I bought a house, and I don't know if it's just my family, but I'm still not allowed to touch that thermostat. My dad has to come over and touch that, but this is how bad I am with money. I got a call from my bank, and they said, "Hey, Jeff, your account is outstanding." And I'm like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. That's really nice." I don't know if you're calling everybody, but that makes me feel pretty good. I got some new checks. That's probably what you're noticing. I got some mountains on my checks, and quite frankly, they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous checks. And they go, "No, you are way off. You are out of money." I'm like, "That's impossible. I still have checks left. I'm just going to keep writing them." So, thanks a lot. I'm Jeff Bodart, everybody.
Yay, Jeff Bodart! That was awesome. And look, it's Brad. Brad's been saved.
time.
Brad, where's the
Took over a white
mustache?
mode. Well done, Brad.
Where's Jeff?
Oh, here he is.
Hey, what's up,
How's Jeff
Brad?
out? There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
Hey,
Jeff.
what's
That
it
was
like to be
amazing.
on dial-up?
Yeah, no. No, this is literally Morse code, is what it is. I'm typing on Morse code.
You're
And I
choppier
forgot
than
to say-
90s.
The
I
90s
said you're
what?
choppier than 90s webcam porn.
That's right. I'm that porn you used to watch in between the lines at the hotel because you didn't want to pay for it.
Oh, we're learning so much tonight.
Well,
And
did
by
you
the
have a
way-
good time?
We had a good time, Jeff. Did you have a good time?
Yeah,
That's
I had a
good.
great time.
And don't worry, we were going to pay you. We really were. But since you have to put 75 cents in the swear jar, I think you owe us a quarter.
Oh, my bad.
Yes.
Got to have the accountant go over that.
By
But
the
it'll be
way-
fine. What,
Jeff,
Brad?
you will make at least $4 from this show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm putting that in. I'm putting that in crypto.
Let's hear it. Jeff
right.
Bodart, come on.
Yay!
Thank you.
There you go, Jeff. Good
Get
job.
rid of him.
Thank
And
you.
our friend
Get rid of
Patti
it.
is here somewhere, so guess what time it is?
It's time for a Patti melt with Patti Vasquez, Patti Vasquez. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, the folks refusing to wear masks says, and politicians getting caught grabbing asses. She's melting down. It's a Patti Vasquez, Patti melt.
Maybe she's there. Let's see. She's there! Oh my God!
It's so funny. I totally forgot that I use a green screen, so I'm going to blend in and out of my background. And in case you don't think I'm telling the truth, that's what my basement looks like.
Wow.
So, Jeff, that's to help you feel better about where you live. I'm in the corner of my basement with blue doors that aren't painted very well. It's so funny because sometimes I'll have an idea of what I want to rant about, and then I started tonight. I thought, well, I can't really. It's going to be hard for me to rant tonight because I went for acupuncture today and I meditated for half an hour, so I was feeling a little. And then Brad reminded me in his message to all of us, all the crazy stuff that's happening out there. And then Jeff reminded me of something that's very close to my heart, which is my bedroom and my bed and sleeping. And I don't know if I've ever mentioned this to you before, everyone. I know we've gotten close over the last, 92 months?
Yeah.
An insane number of months.
It's a lot of, and I love being here every Thursday. I also truly love sleeping. I don't know about anybody else. I love sleeping, and not like I don't like going to bed, but once I'm in bed, I don't want to leave. Like when I wake up, I start counting the number of hours before I can be back in my bed. And so I have an insane number of pillows there, and maybe that's part of it. Maybe I'm just feeling like I'm being hugged by my pillows. Please make the appropriate noises when I tell you I have, not small, not like, little decorative pillows. I have 22 pillows on my side, just on my side of the bed. To say. Now, Steve laughs because there's two behind me, and I have two body pillows on the side of me, and then other two smaller pillows for my arms, and then some under my legs. He says I look like I'm being launched into space. The obsession and the need for this many pillows started when I was pregnant with Griffin, with my first child. There's a chemical the body produces when a woman is pregnant called relaxin, and it does what it sounds like. It relaxes all of the joints, in between the joints. I think I just. Yeah, what is happening? Someone's upset that I'm talking about a pregnancy. What's happening out there?
I think it's Brad's ship. I've muted the
Brad,
ship.
your ship has gone away. What? Sometimes it comes in, sometimes it goes away. So relaxin relaxes all the joints so that the hips, and we don't need to get into the details of what it does to a woman's body, but it doesn't just target the hips, it does it to all the joints. So that's how I started sleeping like I'm being shot into space. And I never stopped. And I basically have a moat between me and my husband. Like he has to push the pillows down and be like, "How about tonight?" And I'm like, "Eh." So So, you know, when you talk about like, I think I slept funny or I slept wrong, it's hard for me to tell because it all feels right. But I developed a severe shoulder pain a few weeks ago, and I thought, you know, it's hard for me to do anything. I couldn't even put on a shirt. I couldn't put my coat on. I couldn't reach behind me, which, as we all can agree, is an important act to do sometimes. And I've heard that that's actually why elderly folks sometimes need to go to the rest home, is because they can't do that anymore, and nobody else wants to do it for them except for the people that work there. And I don't feel like you're tracking that, so I'll take it away. My butt is what I'm talking about. And so I was in a lot of pain, and I got an email from the radio station at WCPT, and they said, "Hey, we have a free trip for you to go, a free visit for you for acupuncture." And I was like, yeah, whatever. That sounds cool. I like free things, and I'll give it a shot, and I'll go to that place with I don't know what they're doing there, but that seems like oh, look, I blended in. So I go in, and he has me fill out all these things, and I tell him what's wrong, and he goes, can you take your shoes off? And I was like, yeah, sure. I haven't shaved my toe knuckles, not for you to know, but I shared it anyway. So I lift my foot up, and he just like tilts my ankle back. He goes, now lift your arm. And I lifted my arm, and I was like, what the? It was better. And so he had me in this he put me in a chair, and he leaned me back, and he stuck 2 needles in my ankle. It's my ankle. My ankle is I don't understand how that, apparently it's somewhere on the chart. If someone could point to me on the chart where my ankle makes my shoulder feel better, but I don't know. Apparently I need to get rid of all my pillows is what I'm saying. I had to meditate for 30 minutes while having pins in my ankle. I don't know about anybody else, but when I meditate is the most stressful thing for me, because the whole time I'm meditating, I'm like, relax now, relax. Be relaxed. Why aren't you relaxing? Be relaxed. So I'm feeling very relaxed, everybody. Thanks so much.
Patti Vasquez, as always, so full of melty goodness. I think I need to add a thing to your intro music, which is, Patti Vasquez, and her husband's name Steve, and it's not me, for clarification purposes. You do this like every other week, and I'm like, oh, sorry. Everybody knows. That's okay.
Would it help if I called him? Would it help if I called him Steven? I could do that.
No, that wouldn't help.
No. It's official. He's got a PH in his name, by the way. STPEHN. Yeah.
I see. So he is pH balanced. Fair enough. Hey, look at Brad attempting to be part of the show. Hi, Brad.
Hey, I'm trying to find a spot. My service is much better here. Can you hear me?
No. Yes. Well, yes, but we can't see.
The problem with onboard Wi-Fi is that it's women and children first, and you are just out of luck, buddy.
That's right. Totally out of luck.
It ain't going to happen.
Well, enjoy the show, everybody.
We are.
I'm going to keep working on it. Enjoy the show. Okay.
Hey, Brad, your jokes were good.
Yes.
Brad, why'd you say God yes during my set? Like,
I wrote him something, and he didn't mean to reply to everybody.
I was.
Doesn't matter.
Steve said to me, do you think it's great that Patti's on the show? And I said, oh God, yes.
That's exactly what happened.
We could never live without you.
No, what I actually asked was, do you think Patti can really tell the difference between one Steve and another? And my dreams were dashed. So, anyway. Yes. Shut up, everybody. Let's hear it for Patti Vasquez. And now Video Brad will beg for money.
Hey, everybody, this is Brad Tassell, and I just want to say that what you want to do is go to virtualcomedyshow.com and donate to the comedians. There's a button there that says donate to the comedians. This week, not only will all the comedians get the money, but I will buy a razor, which I don't need because this is in effect. But come give us money. We have a great show. We do a great job. And we've got some great acts coming up. Tom Cotter will be on the show. Killer Bees coming up. We just had the amazing Jeff Bodart, and he's paying off a car. So come on, give us some money. virtualcomedyshow.com. You can do it.
Wow, this is a first in internet broadcasting history. While Brad is pitching that, and I'm going to take Patti out. Thank you, Patti. While that is happening, live Brad is making too much noise, so I had to mute Brad so we could hear Brad. And that was awesome. That was the most fantastic thing I've heard all week. All right.
You have a very large smile on your face about it, Stephen.
Or do, yeah. It's a marshmallow eating grin I got. All right. Hey, and thank you, Brad. You know, we're always working on new potential segments for the virtual comedy show, and we have a new one. We're going to give this a shot tonight. This is the first one. You're here for it. The debut. This is called When Did Gilbert Come In? Gilbert Gottfried, who is the voice of Iago the parrot in Aladdin, and also for a little while, the Aflac duck, has a podcast called Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast. And it's been going on for, I think, 9 years. And recently he had a special guest, rock legend Kenny Loggins. And at one point, Kenny and Gilbert sang a duet.
Oh my gosh.
As you know, Gilbert is a subtle and artistic expresser of himself, and it can be hard to pinpoint exactly when Gilbert came in. So that leads us to our new segment, When Did Gilbert Come In?
When did Gilbert come in? When did Gilbert come in?
So now, that was the intro to it, to build up the suspense. And now, here we go. See if you can pinpoint when Gilbert came in.
I'll hit the ceiling, or else I'll tear up this town. Now I gotta cut loose. Cut loose. Get him,
When did Gilbert come in? When did Gilbert come in?
Oh my God.
I was working on my lawnmower when I first heard that, and I just had to stop, give up. I can't get anything done. I'm just laughing much too hard. Your favorite hits from the 80s. Oh, that was fantastic. All right. And now we're almost at the end of the show, you guys. It's time for the worst joke. So here comes the worst joke intro.
Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
Well, we've had a great show, everybody. Thank you for coming. Now it's time for the worst joke of the week. Here it is. A dog in England named Millie was rescued after a drone carrying a sausage lured the pup to safety. Hey, can I borrow that? Said my wife.
Have a very merry Thursday. It's a special time of week when Thursday bells are pealing and life no longer seems so bleak. Let's open up our presents and carve our Thursday goose and wait for Father Thursday to arrive upon his moose.
You know, we tried to incorporate all the wonderful family traditions that people associate with Thursday.
Thursday comes but once a week, but do not shed a tear, 'cause there are more than 50 Thursdays packed in every year, and every single one of them is full of mirth and glee. So stuff your face and break some wind and join the revelry. Have a very merry Thursday. Put on your orange fez and decorate the Thursday tree with milk, spam, and pez. Once you've curled your mustache and donned your Thursday clothes, I'll catch you 'neath the mistletoe and punch you in the nose. Merry Thursday, Merry Thursday, Merry Thursday.
Oh, we got through